Flick restores a long-lost record for Barcelona. After 74 years, German coach Hansi Flick has revived a record for his Barcelona side that had been absent from the Spanish league for 74 years. Barcelona ended the first half of the Catalan derby against Espanyol with a 3-0 lead in the 12th round of La Liga at the Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys. According to Opta, Barcelona has scored 40 goals in La Liga this season, making it the second highest goal tally for the first 12 matches of a season in club history. Barcelona's highest goal tally after the first 12 league games was achieved in the 1950-1951 season, with 42 goals. Barcelona currently sits atop the La Liga standings with 30 points, 6 points ahead of second-placed Real Madrid. Despite the struggles, Lamine Yamal surpasses Messi. For this reason, the rising Spanish star Lamine Yamal, winger for Barcelona, continues to make history with his impressive numbers in football despite his young age. According to the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, Yamal is 6,324 days old, the same age at which the Argentine legend Lionel Messi made his official debut for Barcelona's first team against Espanyol on 16 October 2004. This means that, at the same age, Lamine Yamal clearly surpasses Messi, as the Spanish player has played 66 matches for Barcelona's first team so far, contributing to 30 goals by scoring 13 and providing 17 assists. Yamal has become the youngest player to score a goal for Barcelona overall, 16 years and 87 days. The youngest player to score in La Liga, 16 years and 87 days. The youngest to score in the Copa del Rey, 16 years and 87 days, 195 days. And the youngest to score in the Spanish Super Cup, 16 years and 182 days. He also became the youngest player to score in El Clásico history between Barcelona and Real Madrid, 17 years and 105 days. On the international stage, Yamal has shown with Spain's national team in the UEFA Euro 2024, helping La Roja claim the European title by scoring 1 goal and providing 4 assists. The rising Spanish star recently won the Copa Award for the best young player in the world from France Football magazine and placed 8th in the Ballon d'Or ranking for the best player. It's worth mentioning that Messi remains the player with the most appearances in Barcelona's history, with 778 games, and the highest goal scorer with 672 goals. Lionel Messi left Barcelona in the summer of 2021 after his contract ended and joined Paris Saint-Germain, where he spent 2 seasons before moving to his current club, Inter Miami, in the United States. Surprising comment from Bellingham on Barcelona's 3-1 win over Espanyol. In an emotional and analytical statement, Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham commented on Barcelona's incredible attacking form this season, addressing the abundance of goals the Catalan club has scored under German coach Hansi Flick. Bellingham began by saying, "You can't help but acknowledge that Barcelona is having an extraordinary season, especially when you look at the offensive numbers they've achieved. Scoring 40 goals in just 12 games, averaging 3.3 goals per game, shows the attacking strength and fantastic organization that Flick has brought to the team. It's not ordinary, it's really impressive." Bellingham continued, "At Real Madrid, we fully understand the significance of this type of challenge. We're talking about a historic record held by Real Madrid. And if Barcelona keeps up this pace, they may have a real chance of breaking it. But that's part of the beauty of football, the constant competition among big clubs. Every team strives for the best, and we'll also fight with all we have to maintain our position and achieve more." When asked about the big difference in goals scored between Real Madrid and Barcelona this season, Bellingham admitted that the team needs to improve its offensive performance. "The gap in goals is clear. Barcelona has scored 40 goals, while we have scored 21 in 11 games. We need to be sharper and more effective in attack. We're working hard in training, and we know we have the players who can score goals and secure victories. But we also know that football isn't just about scoring goals. It's about defensive organization and playing as a cohesive team." Bellingham went on to discuss the recent painful clash between Real Madrid and Barcelona, which ended in a significant 4-0 victory for Barcelona. He said, "El Clásico is always a special match, but that result was tough for us. Losing 4-0 to your traditional rival is hard to digest, especially when you're on the field and feel helpless against continuous attacks. Barcelona was very strong in that game, delivering a perfect performance in every aspect. We need to learn from that defeat and come back stronger in the upcoming matches. He added, "We learned an important lesson from that match. We need to be more focused and united on the field. Sometimes big losses give you the motivation to come back stronger, and I'm confident that Real Madrid will continue to fight on all fronts. We have a fantastic team and great talents, and we believe in our ability to win, but we must work even harder and keep improving." Players. Ahead of Red Star clash in the Champions League. Hansi Flick, Barcelona's coach, has cautioned his players ahead of the team's fourth match in the Champions League, where they will face Serbian side Red Star on Wednesday evening. Flick acknowledged that his players made a number of mistakes during the second half of their recent derby match, which ended in a 3-1 victory over Espanyol in La Liga, thanks to 2 goals from Dani Olmo and 1 from Brazilian Rafinha. In remarks highlighted on Barcelona's official website, Flick said, "We got 3 points and won the derby, which is important." The German coach added, "The performance dropped, and we lost focus at times in the second half, which can happen, and I accept it because we won." With 100 million euros. Paris Saint-Germain tempts Barcelona defender as a replacement for Hakimi. According to the Spanish site Fichajes, Paris Saint-Germain is preparing to make a huge offer of 100 million euros to sign French player Jules Koundé, a defender for FC Barcelona. The source indicated that PSG is determined to tempt Barcelona's management with the 100 million euro offer, which could make club president Joan Laporta seriously consider selling, even though the Catalan club has not made a final decision yet. Fichajes also reported that Spanish coach Luis Enrique, PSG's manager, sees defender Jules Koundé as the perfect piece to strengthen his defensive line. The report stated, "The 25-year-old defender has a high capacity to adapt to defensive roles, whether in a 4- or 5-man system. Enrique is eager to place Koundé at the heart of the defense, where the player has expressed his preference for this position over playing as a right-back." This potential move for Koundé from Barcelona to PSG raises questions about whether the French club plans to part with one of their key players in the right-back position, primarily the Moroccan international Achraf Hakimi, whose contract with PSG runs until the summer of 2026, reports.
Vâng, và trước khi tiếp tục video, thì các quý vị đang xem video thấy hay thì like, comment và đăng ký ủng hộ kênh với nhé. Một lần nữa xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị rất nhiều.
We are not Barcelona. Surprising statements from AC Milan's coach about facing Real Madrid. Paulo Fonseca, the coach of AC Milan, made some interesting remarks about his team's upcoming match against Real Madrid, scheduled for tomorrow evening, Tuesday, in the 4th round of the Champions League group stage. Fonseca, "Ancelotti is my role model, and we are not Barcelona." Fonseca said in the pre-match press conference, "Ancelotti is a role model for me. He's one of the best coaches in the world, and whatever he says is worth listening to." Fonseca was asked if a draw would be a positive result for him, to which he replied, "I always try to convey my desire to win, and tomorrow will be no different. We want to beat Real Madrid." He continued, "I watched El Clasico, and it's clear that we are a different team from Barcelona, but it's important to see Real Madrid's intentions and Barcelona's defensive approach." He added, "We're facing a team that is usually considered a favorite to win the Champions League. We'll approach the match with courage." Coach warns. His players. Ahead of Red Star clash in the Champions League. Hansi Flick, Barcelona's coach, has cautioned his players ahead of the team's 4th match in the Champions League, where they will face Serbian side Red Star on Wednesday evening. Flick acknowledged that his players made a number of mistakes during the second half of their recent derby match, which ended in a 3-1 victory over Espanyol in La Liga, thanks to 2 goals from Dani Olmo and 1 from Brazilian Rafinha. In remarks highlighted on Barcelona's official website, Flick said, "We got 3 points and won the derby, which is important." The German coach added, "The performance dropped, and we lost focus at times in the second half, which can happen, and I accept it because we won. But in Wednesday's Champions League match, we need to be stronger and elevate our level." The German coach also noted that his team has been performing excellently this season, adding, "I tried in the second half to make some substitutions to gain more control over the midfield." Flick also expressed his happiness with Dani Olmo's return, and didn't forget to praise both Íñigo Martinez and young midfielder Marc Casado. He concluded his remarks by saying, "Íñigo is a true leader who gives a lot for the team, and Casado has improved significantly in recent months and is performing exceptionally well. I am happy with my team and have great confidence in them."